So hello and welcome guys to another unboxing video. This time it's for something completely different. It's Cog O Two Marvel Crisis Protocol accessories kit essentially. Cog O Two is a great company. It was quite a small one that started up with some X-Wing tokens and bits and pieces for wargamers. A few years back, I remember buying a few things from them when they were just starting up for X-Wing First Edition, and they've kind of spiraled out of control really with a lot of other different systems like Star Wars Legion, Crisis Protocol, Malifaux, all these sorts of bits and pieces that they tend to make acrylic tokens and acrylic accessory kits and rulers and things like that, which are all very cool. I mean, they're not all essential, but obviously people like to rock up to tournaments with cool things. So I thought I'd just go through what we've got here. I mean, we did buy this on the Black Friday deals, which gave us 20% off, which was definitely worth doing. They do have a Facebook page and they do regular kind of sales and different kind of things that you can kind of pick up at times. So what we have here is a couple of acrylic tokens and therefore a tracker that I bought in there, which again look pretty cool, quite chunky and nice to look at, but look at that. As you can guess, my main faction for Crisis Protocol is Guardians of the Galaxy, and I thought I'd go for something that would stand out a little bit. The idea of these is that they're a magnetised case with different layers, which you put all your tokens in and all of your range rulers and all the rest of it. And it's kind of, if you've got OCD and things about these things, it's a kind of a must, in my opinion, with these sorts. So you can see that you've got your 4 magnets on the top of the actual piece itself, and that's because it can stack and magnetise. As you can see, it's quite chunky. The first layer itself is just solely the top of the case itself, which is quite nice. And as you can see there, I've got some pretty sexy looking Guardians of the Galaxy range rulers. Again, nice amount of thickness on them. There's no bend, they're not wobbly or anything like that, and they sit perfectly in this. Obviously it's got the backing on it, that will all be black, and again it will look quite smart. You've got a little bit of space up here, which again will kind of house a few of your tokens, and again that's perfect if you want it to sit flush and magnetize it. Relatively easy to pick out there. These are your tokens, and each one of these is also magnetized, so again if you wanted to, I don't know, put them in a smaller box or something, then you can do, or mix and match other types of sets if you really want to be crazy. Into the next layer here, we then have the range. Oh, this is actually quite a cool little bit of kit. So this is the official kind of turn marker and victory point scorer, so your tracking board. This is what the acrylic tokens are for. You have a blue and a yellow page, just for kind of what you'd, I don't know, whatever floats your boat for which colour. And then your tracking markers would go on like so, particularly like which turn you're on and how many points you and your opponent would be on when scoring victory points, which again is a nice little cool kind of thing there. And again, this is deep enough to house all those tokens as well. And again, there's tons and tons of tokens that come in Crisis Protocol. I didn't have the guts to buy all of the acrylic ones because it would cost an absolute fortune. On the bottom here, now this is what they had new. Obviously, again, will be all black once the backing tape's off it. But each one of these is a 30mm base, which is what Crisis Protocol plays on, and other things like Malifaux and stuff like that. It will kind of then house your troop, your squad, your say crew or whatever. You usually have 10 individuals making up that crew, unless you take other kind of cards and stuff that mean you don't take as many individual characters. But every one of these will come apart, and then the bigger size of the base would indicate like a bigger model, for instance. I think that would make it like a 50mm. I think it'd probably go all the way up to a 50mm, 60mm base with the two larger ones. But obviously we don't see a huge amount of the really big models like your Thanos and Black Dwarf and all those other kind of individuals. Hulk, I think, is a big base as well. But the reason why I bought that is because how many times I've been at tournaments like my Lord of the Rings tournaments and things where you have to go from table to table, and there's such a crowd of people that you're always forever bumping into people and breaking models. And I thought, well, this being magnetized, it will sit on there, it won't move. These are kind of making it all flush, and it might make life a bit easier. Again, you can hit and hope, can't you? And that's the bottom of what I've got going on there. So again, it's 4 different individual shelves, all stacking up into one. It's relatively lightweight because of the acrylic, but it's a cool, handy little kind of gadget for you. I do recommend you check these guys out. They do have a website and a Facebook group and stuff. They're very well renowned in the wargaming sector, and I know that now it being more of an overseas aspect, they are only getting bigger and bigger. So definitely check these guys out, and I hope you've enjoyed that video. Here's another one here for Hedge Knight Wargaming. Like, share and subscribe, and any kind of comments of what you'd like to see coming up. It's all gladly appreciated. Hopefully you'll have a lovely Christmas, and all the best. Bye bye now.